Sonam Zomba, an MMA fighter from Arunachal Pradesh in India, in the northeastern part of India, recently made the news when she won a fight at the Matrix Fight Night, a fighting championship run by Tiger Shroff and his family. And she defeated Jojo Rajkumari from Manipur. So today we are here with Sonam to find out about this new fighting sensation on the block and also about the underground MMA fighting scene in Guwahati. So thank you for joining us, Sonam.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me, Rana.
So let's talk about your fight. So there in Noida, it must have been a big, maybe the biggest event that you've been part of. So were you feeling very nervous, and what was your preparation going into the match?
So I had a very good camp, and as you all know, that I train in Bidang MMA and Fitness under Babuji sir. So we had a very technical training for 2 months. It was like when to do strength training. We were focusing on strength, speed, stamina, ground game, standing. So we were totally ready for this fight. But there is a little nervousness and mixed feeling before going in the cage. That was there. But other than that, I was totally ready for this fight.
If you have been following East Mojo, you must have noticed many of our videos involve graphics and some tricky editing. If you're interested in learning such skills and maximize your passion for graphic designing, animation, VFX, web designing, and video editing, join MAC in Lachit Nagar in Guwahati. MAC will prepare you to enter the world of visual media. They also promise to provide 100% placement assistance. We also thank MAC for sponsoring the video and helping us bring you stories from different corners of Northeast India. For more information, click on the link in the description below. And now, back to the video. So Sonam, you're 24 years old, and if already you're the first fighter from Arunachal Pradesh to fight in the MFN, which is one of the most prestigious fighting leagues in India. So how does it feel to be part of such an elite club, and only a handful of people from Northeast have fought in the MFN?
Yes, totally, that's true. And there are a few fighters who have fought from Assam also, but I think I'm the first one who won like MFN in from Assam. And I'm from Arunachal Pradesh, and like I'm feeling very proud that I could represent like my country, my place, and everything, and not just. Arunachal, I was like representing both Assam and Arunachal both, so it was a really proud moment for me, and I'm really like happy that I could, just not just represent it, but win it and show that what we have got. So I'm really happy about that one.
During the course of your career, a short but obviously a prestigious career, we can say, you have beaten up a lot of fellow fighters. So, do you ever feel sorry about beating up your fellow human beings? Of course, they're fighters, but then still.
Yes, I do feel bad, like, to beat them, but I then explain myself if I don't beat them, they will beat me, right? So I have to beat them, or else they will beat me. Like, so that's the only motto I explain myself. I do feel bad that you shouldn't have batted so much. In fact, my mom called me and she's like, "Did you beat her so badly? She was bleeding. You shouldn't have done that." She was crying. My mom always she calls me and she asks me this kind of question. But obviously I feel bad, but then if I don't beat, then I'll be the one who will be getting bashed, right? So
And does your mom ever ask you about your condition after a fight? Because I can assume that you must have been roughed up plenty of times.
yes, she's like, yes, she's really worried about this one. She's always like, what? I cannot tell you not to play because you won't listen. So I'm just saying, please play safely, please play properly. And like, she's so worried whenever I fight. As you know, every mothers are like that only.
And the MFN, obviously, the biggest fight of your career up until this point. So, your parents, your mother, like you said, she is very interested in your fights. So, what was your reaction after the match, and how did she feel when she came to know that you'd won it?
Okay, so first of all, I was really happy that like I could do what I expected to do, and I'm really thankful for sir because without him I couldn't have done it. Whatever I was fighting in cage, right? He was the one who was telling me. You guys can check it out in the video. Also, he was like, "Yes, you have to beat this one. You have to kick this one. You have to do this now. You have to." He was explaining everything to me.
By sir, you mean your coach Bhavaji
Yes,
Chaudhary, right?
exactly. Yes, sir, Babaji said, obviously. And after winning the fight, I called my mom and she was like, I was so worried about it. I even puked twice. I was so worried. You will kill me someday, but I'm so happy that you won. Like everybody was watching. It was really important that you won. I'm really happy for you. She was happy and I was happy to tell her that I was happy.
Coming from Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh to Guwahati to train in MMA. So, how did it happen, and were you always interested in being a fighter?
So I won't say I was interested in being a fighter, but I was interested in martial arts since I was a very kid. But I never got this like opportunity or like any platform of where I could fight or where I could learn, right? So I came to Guwahati for my further studies. Like I study in Guwahati Commerce College. I studied in Guwahati Commerce College. So when I first came for studies, one of my friend used to train in Bidang, and that's how I came to know about Bidang. Like, so I was really happy that like I could learn self defense. My main motive was for self defense and all. I was
So you did not envision becoming a professional fighter or an amateur fighter back then?
Yes, at first I was for like self defense, but then when I learned about this martial art, and the coaches are really good here, they teach you everything: boxing, kickboxing, standing, ground. That's really good about Bidang, even like they teach you standing, say like ground dog, everything. So when I did here, I was completely in like I want to do this, I should do this, and I used to do this, like without telling my parents. Also, I was like I used to do with my own like what's this called, pocket money, and then slowly I started, and I couldn't leave this. So I've completed my study. I've completed BCom and master both, and along with that, I did this also.
So this is where the magic happens. This is the training area in the gym where Sonam trains. And I have another question for you, Sonam. There are so many up and coming fighters in Guwahati and across Northeast, and many of them don't have access to the right trainers or the right kind of nutrition through which they could become competitive fighters. So what is your advice, and what do you think these people can do to follow their dreams?
Okay, so first of all, like to all the people who wants to be a fighter, I would say you need it. You need a place to train properly. You need a training session. You need a good coach. These two are really important things. You need a good team and a good coach where you can place, because alone you can do, but you can't do much, because even if you do, like if you get tired, you will be like, maybe I will not do today. It's like it depends on your motivation. If you're motivated today, you will do. If you're motivated tomorrow, you won't. If you're not motivated, you won't do. But that's why you need a coach. Whoever you wants to become, like you train under somebody and train in a good institute who teach, like who provides everything to you. And if you're in Northeast, I will suggest you guys can come to Bidang because it's really good. And if not, I think there are good places in Nagaland also. And but go to a good place, because until and unless you train well, and then you need proper guidance. Without guidance you won't be able to do it. So whoever out there like who wants to become a fighter, do train under somebody. If you're in Guwahati or Assam, you can come here. If not, if you're far, but also you go and like train under somebody, take a good guidance and a good coach. That's what I'm going to suggest to everybody.
And I just saw you training and it looked exhausting. Ouch. So, can you tell me, like, what is your regular training like? What do you do in a day, in 24 hours to ensure that you stay in shape for the next fight?
Okay, so first of all, if you're training like 4 times a day or 3 times a day, you don't have to worry about being in shape. You will automatically be in the shape. So I do have to worry about like many things. I have to focus in like strength. I have to focus in speed. I have to focus in my techniques, like how I can improve it better and all. What are the things like I can do so that I can apply it better in that way. So those are the things I have to work on, and like sir guides me what to do and what not to do. So according to his guidance, I just work.
I have an interesting question for you this time. What does Sonam eat? Because of course you have to sacrifice a lot of things to stay in tip-top shape. So what would your ideal diet be, and what can even average people and normal people have, and what should they avoid to stay in shape? What's your opinion on that?
Okay, so what I eat is I eat everything. What I don't eat is, I'll tell you, I don't eat like this too much of carbs. Rice is good. Like I do eat rice, but not too much of that. And then don't eat like maida stuffs and all. Like maida is not good. And if possible, try to avoid eating from outside.
Actually, a lot of people have that question. How harmful is bhat if you want a good physique?
Okay, so rice is good. Like if you're training and you're eating rice, because rice have very good carbs, and when you're training hard, right, you need good carbs for your body. So rice provides a really good carb, but too much of everything is bad. So make sure if you're eating one time rice also, like one time rice is good. So I'll suggest one time rice is fine for people.
So coming back to the MMA culture in Guwahati and in Northeast, your gym, which is the Bidang MMA, I think it's one of the first gyms in the region. So they're coming up with a new championship, a new fight
Exactly.
for the new generation, and also for some of the older fighters here. So can you tell our viewers like what they can expect from this upcoming fight night?
So, like as I told you about like this fight, BFC Bidang Fighting Championship is organized by our Sir Babaji Chaudhary. So, what he wants is that he sees that not everybody fighters get a chance, like to depict their. They need a platform, right, to like showcase, outcast their like talent. But to go outside and do it's really costly. So, what he tries his best so that Northeast fighters they get a chance to perform and then like express their talents and everything. So BFC is that only. So it's really interesting. You guys come and watch BFC. It will be on 30 July, Nehru Stadium. Nehru Stadium on 30 July. So do come, and tickets are also available. So they are very interesting fights. There will like middle and outside. There are many fighters from outside, and from if you're from Shillong, Joni Nongrom is also fighting, and Manipuri fighters like all over the Northeast, and not only all over the Northeast, but all over the Indian fighters they are fighting. So it is going to be a like very interesting fight night. So do come on 30 July, Nehru Stadium. Tickets are available in all the branches of Bidang MMA Fitness, and also like some other places. You can just scan and you will let it know like.
So there we heard it from Sonam Zomba, one of the first fighters from Arunachal Pradesh to truly make a mark in the MMA world. And we got to know a lot of things about the MMA culture in the region from her, and also how she trains and how one can train to become a fighter and an athlete in the MMA field. So this is me, Rana Pratap Saikia, with camera person Nitunjoy Bora signing out.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to East Mojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.